What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Brickanics and episode number 4 in building the Inferno on Endor, which is our large Lego Star Wars MOC based on Battlefront 2 featuring the Inferno squad. It's been some time since I've been able to dig into this studio. I've been very busy with life, work, and those types of things. So this video is going to be a little bit different because while we're definitely going to make progress building this MOC in this video, well, actually, this is less pieces than episode 3 because I've had to rip up a lot of these translucent blue tiles to finish this Mandalor MOC right here, which is Bo-Katan Rises. If you haven't seen that build process, I'll put a link up to that video here so you can check that out. Pretty cool process bringing that together. But since it's been such a long time since I've been able to do anything in this room, I have a lot of things to catch up on. We've got to get this Mandalor MOC put away, especially since I need the tile pieces back here in the Endor MOC. I actually never put away this 2/12 MOC, which is destroyed down here because I needed the pieces to build the Mandalor MOC. And then we have a few Bricklink orders over here to get put away. And oh yes, we have a Light My Bricks package. We're going to be getting into lights, not in this video. That'll be in maybe the next episode or the one after that. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see how that comes together. But we got several things to do here before we can dive in. So let's go ahead, get this stuff put away, get this room back in order, and get back to work on Endor. I mean, this is the process. It's not all building. Actually, it's probably mostly doing all the other things outside of building. Building is probably like 25% of the time. The rest of the time is sorting, putting stuff away, cleaning stuff, organizing stuff. I don't know, maybe I'll give building 50% of the time. Might be generous, but this is the process. This is what these videos are about. So let's get into it. Okay. We've got the 2/12 MOC all broken down and into individual piles. Now I can get those into the bins over there. And we are one step closer to being able to build on Endor. So let's keep moving. Oh yeah, guys, it is the next day. I've been out running some errands, but I saw something that I just couldn't pass up. Check this out. No, it's not Lego, but it is Star Wars. Man, it's bright in here. Trust me, I'm set up here to build. We're gonna build, I promise. But what we have is the Star Wars Year by Year, a visual history, updated and expanded edition. Look how thick this thing is. For $25 at Barnes & Noble. Let's take a quick look at this. Wow. Is that not beautiful or what? Just wow. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Totally cool. For $25? Are you kidding me? It's basically a Star Wars encyclopedia. This is incredible. I love it. So cool. Man, hours and hours of time can be spent in here and just a ton of Star Wars. This is perfect for any Star Wars collector and, personal library. Well, it's not an encyclopedia, it's a history book, but nonetheless, still awesome. All right, we have to put away the Mandalor MOC now, which should not take me as long as that other little pile took me. I cannot believe that pile took me as long as it did, but it takes long to put the pieces away and find their individual spots and bags the way I sort. It's kind of a trade-off. Would you rather spend time looking for pieces or spend time putting pieces away? Either way, I think it's a lose-lose when it comes to sorting Lego. But we've got to get that put away. I'm going to do that right right now. And then we have the packages to open. Then we're gonna get started back here on the MOC. And what we're gonna do, or try to do at least in this video, is finish the foliage up here, which I think is gonna look pretty cool with some rocks up here and some more plants like this. And then I want to start on this cliff face right here, which I got some pieces in there to help do this, combined with the other pieces that I have over here. Don't mind my feet over here. So let's get rocking on that. All right, guys, we've done it. We have Mandalor completely broken down. Now all we have to do is put all this stuff away in its proper place, and we can get on to the fun stuff. Boom, and just like that, guys, we are on to the fun stuff. We're gonna open these packages, get this stuff put away, and then we're gonna do a little bit of building. Can you believe it's the next day? That's right, I've spent 2 days putting away MOCs, and I still have to put these pieces away, and then we can get on to building. But I'm excited to get these packages open, and I'm excited to get on to building on this week's episode. So let's start with this one right here. So first things first, I got, I don't know, maybe like 75 or so of these pieces right here. And I actually saw, the Brick Wiz was using these, and I think I've seen, some other builders use these as well, just for the sides of their MOCs or the backs. And I find myself building up high in a lot of builds, and it takes a lot of bricks to build up high. So I was like, you know what a great idea. These pieces don't actually cost that much. They stack up nicely, and they can fill up a decent amount of space. So these are going to be really nice for sides and backs of MOCs, or even just tall sides of buildings, etc. Nothing too special in here. I got a few of these crate type pieces, and then I've got a bunch of these like boat bottoms, and I thought these might be useful in rock work. That's yet to be seen, so hopefully it works out. But I got a couple different versions of these boat pieces to potentially use on the cliff, so we'll see if that is something that works. Outside of that, just some normal pieces just to bring up my piece count a little bit. So what I have here are just a bunch of different types of rock work pieces, because the way I want to do the rock work in my Endor MOC for the cliff is very similar to the way that Solid Brick Studios did the cliff work for his Daro MOC, which is basically going to be a snot technique where I'm kind of building onto large plates, and we'll see how that works out. But that's what this is, just a bunch of different rock work. Oh, and these I guess these are new print pieces. I haven't seen them before. They look a little bit unique. I guess they've come out in a recent set that I don't have yet. So these print pieces were pretty cool. In here, I was shockingly deprived of dark bluish gray plates. So I just stocked up quite a bit on some various different dark bluish gray plates. And then just bringing in some different pieces like this for the waterfall. And I think this might look really cool around the bottom where the waterfall is like crashing, down. So we'll see how that all comes together. All right, let's get this one opened. Alright guys, so this is a bit of a smaller order. I picked up some red snot bricks. These are really nice to use. I really like these ones. They lay flat. They work out pretty well. It's easy to build even with these. So I got these in red because, red was inexpensive. These ones as well. I also picked up these blue plates. These are 2x12, and I got a ton of these to use for filler brick in different instances. I also got this here, which are 2x8s, and then we have a bunch of foliage pieces because I love the way these look for Endor, and we're going to need a ton of these. So with that, guys, I am very, very excited to say we just have to put these away, and then we can start building. So let me go ahead and do that, and we will cut to the building part right now. All right, guys. Well, it feels really good to get some building done, and it feels double as good to get some foliage on this hill. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I really am happy about this rock piece right here. I wanted to work that in because I have a few of those. I like the mix of foliage pieces that we're using, and just a little bit of sticks that we were able to mix in there with those pieces. I think looks pretty good. The foliage kind of hanging over the rocks is nice. This little patch of olive green, I think you find that in woods where there's just like a patch of a certain type of plant. So I wanted to, represent that in there as well. And I do like these, just a couple flowers in there to add a little bit of color. And I think it adds just a little bit of realism, to what a forest would look like. This boulder piece, I bought these a while ago and I've never used them because they're a little too perfect, but I really wanted to use them in this Endor MOC, and I actually think it works out pretty well, especially if you kind of cover that bottom up a little bit with some pieces like I did. Ultimately, I think that looks pretty decent. Yeah, so I'm really happy with, how this foliage is turning out so far. I might do some more here, but this is an area where I want to put minifigures, so I have to wait probably until the end, really, and see how I want to place minifigures there before we get foliage on top of there. I do have a nice reel coming where we're going to have some Endor troopers kind of walking, and it really would be cool if I could find, like riders on the storm, dun 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 dun. That would be really cool if they have that on Instagram reels, but we'll see. So what I think we'll do right now, guys, is get started on the cliff work. I don't really have a whole lot of time to get a lot done, but I want to get started and kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So let's jump into that. Alright guys, well this is what I've come up with so far, and I'm sorry that I don't have more time to build on this more so we could really get a good idea of what it's going to look like. But just imagine this is the base or the bottom of what will be a bigger column that kind of comes up, and maybe it comes out a little bit and then kicks back. I think we're going to have it about this tall all together, but I like the shape of it so far. I think it does a decent job of representing what a cliff of this, angle would look like, which isn't gonna be as, rigid and rugged and broken up. It's gonna be much more smoother kind of columns that are working their way through, kind of going out and then in and then waving around this way. I'll throw a picture up on the screen here to kind of show you what I'm talking about and what I'm going for here, and we'll have to blend this in the bottom a little bit better. But I think the shape so far for just being the beginning is looking pretty good. You guys let me know down in the comment if you're seeing the vision that I'm seeing based on the picture that I've showed you and based on the start that we have here, if you think that's going to come together or not, because I'm pretty excited to see. I think it has potential, how it's going to look all the way over here, and then it's going to go back that way, and then we'll have the waterfall coming down it right there, and we'll have some ledges with foliage on it throughout, and I'm going to mix in some of this olive as well as some light bluish gray throughout as well. So yeah, I think we'll just have to keep progressing, and see how it, looks as we get more built into it. So that's what we'll definitely be focusing on in the next episode. Alright guys, you guessed it, it's the next day, and I have to tell you, I'm even more excited about this rock work than I was yesterday, because I really think this has an opportunity to be something special. As long as I can do it right. I'm certain there's going to be a lot of growing pains as I work my way through this cliff, because I want there to be different elevations, different dimensions, to that cliff area. I just want it to look really cool, and especially working a waterfall into it. That's going to be interesting. So if you want to see how this turns out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But this so far, I really like what I have here so far. And while this is just a certain set of rocks, I'm going to be working in some different ones as well. So there will be some more jagged areas versus smooth areas. It's going to be a good mix. But what I'm really excited about, as you know, you see this being the bottom, imagine me now transitioning this to where this is now the top of the cliff, or some part of the cliff where we have some foliage off the ledge, right? So that's where I think, you know, I'm going to work, you know, transitioning, going from this way, and then in certain areas transitioning the rock work so it's this way. And I think that really has some really good potential. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a little bit weird. It was a vlog / build episode. I really just needed to get caught up on my upload schedule. I want to upload one video consistently every week on Saturday at 9 a.m. That's when I want to upload, but life happens, especially in my situation. You know, I'm an AFOL, I've got 2 children, full-time job, so sometimes, you know, the uploads, they're late, and I try my best, and I do try my best not to use that as an excuse as well, because I'm really committed to getting these videos out. I'm having so much fun, you know, with this channel and building Lego. It's just really been great. So because this episode was a little short on, you know, build, I'm actually going to be doing another episode back to back. So next weekend, Saturday, 9 a.m., you can expect, or should expect, to see another update. And we are going to dive heavy into this rock work, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. We'll do some of the sequences where I kind of show you how I'm building things. We'll stop, I'll explain things. There's going to be a lot of trial and error with this, but I'm really excited to dive in it, or dive into it, and I hope that you will join me on that journey next Saturday at 9 a.m. So that's it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. It's going to help other people find this channel, find this video, find this build series, and it certainly helps support things. It helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate that. If you made it to the end of this video, you are a beast, and thank you so much for watching the whole video. You have no idea how much that helps as well. And as always, you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next build. Later.